Hello to everybody. How are y'all doing today? So, I doing well myself. I just wanted to show off some of my collection for my action figures, just a little bit of them. Now, these figures all came out in 2019. They are Mattel's Elite Series action figures, and they are a WWE and Ghostbusters crossover set of figures. There's 5 figures in the set. I'm not going to be opening them. If I can find already open versions of them on eBay or something like that for a decent price, I'll probably get them. But if I do that, I want to make sure they have all the accessories that come with them. But yeah, I wanted to go ahead and show them off. Right here, you know, we have The Rock. He's pretty cool, you know. If you look, he's got the little ghost catcher thing, and the detail to the suit's pretty cool. He's got the knee pads over his suit. I really like the detail on his face, is pretty good if you ask me. They got this little piece of artwork on the back, you know, that's pretty awesome. I also like the little slime oozing on the box itself. It's pretty neat if you ask me. Then along with that, there is, you know, John Cena. He comes with the same little piece right there. The little, you know, the little ray. And unlike The Rock, he doesn't have the suit itself. He actually has a shirt. And, you know, once again, the details on his face, you know, the light kind of sucks, but details on his face are pretty good. He's got the little dog tags. You know, the little green, what are they called? The little green wristbands. Alright, and then we also have the showstopper, Shawn Michaels. You know, once again, he also comes with the little ghost catching ray thing. He's got the little shirt that kind of, he just puts it over. It ain't got no sleeves or nothing. And he's actually got his usual pants. I don't know if you can tell, but the little pants with the little side straps and everything. And then there's the, unlike the other one, she's got the little green thing right there, you know. Like, yeah, you get the point. There's also a Stone Cold Steve Austin one. And, you know, I don't know if you can see, but if you look closely, you can see that he's got a Austin 316 shirt underneath his Ghostbusters uniform. And I think that's pretty great. He also comes with his, you know, his Steve Austin vest, you know. He's got the knee pads over the uniform like the other one. Unlike The Rock, his little jumpsuit thing actually has sleeves. Or The Rock's are sleeveless. And, you know, they're all unique, you know. They don't look the same, but I think that's pretty awesome. And finally, this is probably the best one, is The Undertaker. He has the little green, you know, the world champion. I think it's the world championship. Can't really tell, but might be one of the older ones, or the Intercontinental Champion. He has one of the championship belts. But I love how his eyes are white and he's all purple, just from head to toe, you know, just straight up purple, like if he was a phantom or a ghost. Even the hat, you know, I think that's pretty cool, you know. But these are all wonderful. I love these things. They're excellent figures. But yeah, I want to try and find them, like, unboxed, so I can actually, like, you know, show them off and, you know, model them like I normally do with my figures and like display them. But that's gonna have to come at another time. But I do, however, want to show off this one. However, this is not one of those. This is for Mattel's greatest hits figure. I think it came out earlier this year, and it is the weirdest outfit Batista ever wore in the WWE, but one of the funniest and coolest is the Bluetista. You know, it's Dave Batista. You know, he's an actor now. He's in Guardians of the Galaxy. He was in that movie Knock at the Cabin. You know, and he just looks like a pro wrestling version of a movie star, because he's got the little hat that you associate with all kinds of actors and directors, and the sunglasses. But I am going to be opening this one so we can get a better look. I used to love Batista growing up, and he's, to this day, his theme song, his theme music is one of my favorite entrance musics when it comes to wrestlers. I actually have his song in one of my workout playlists for whenever I go to the gym, because it just gets me pumped up, you know. Almost there. I don't want to make a big mess with this. Alright. But yeah, his theme music's just amazing. Alright, here he is out of the package. Started getting him out. First we're gonna see how well he stands. I'm gonna hold up my hand like this. Kinda can't keep him balanced, you know. You can see, like, got a little good grip. You know, he has the little things on the bottom of his feet, you know, in case you want to put him on one of those model stands to kind of keep him in place. It's also good for the authentic scale rings. You don't have them, but like just the regular toy wrestling rings, they usually have the little things in the corners where you could put their feet on it and make it look like they're on the top ropes and everything. So that's what that's for. His hat's removable. His hat and his sunglasses. You know, like, look at it, you know, little sunglasses. I think it's pretty neat. You know, you can look at the detail on his face, you know. Kind of can't see because of the lighting, but he got a little beard. The vest also could come off, and I'm gonna go ahead and actually take that off so we can get a better look at his tattoos. You know, you got the little tattoo on his belly button, you know, that's standard. You know, his side tattoos, his back tattoo. You know, back in the day they didn't put as much effort, especially when I think it was Jack Pacific used to make the WWE figures, and I've had a Batista one from their collection when I was younger. And I mean, don't get me wrong, Batista's tattoos weren't that big, and he didn't have that many back then. However, all the figures with his tattoos, there wasn't a lot of detail on certain ones that he always had. And there wasn't a lot of detail on the face or nothing. They kind of, like, compared to action figures now, compared to what Mattel does with them, they are, I find they are not as detailed as Mattel's figures are. You know, you got the little symbol on his back of his uniform. He's got all veiny, he's got all his muscles. You can make him flex. Make him do his little thing, just it's pretty neat. But I will definitely have plans in the future for this guy. He's a pretty great figure. I like how he has the blue arm sleeves. That's pretty neat too. I'm gonna put his hat and sunglasses back on. And you know what I think is really great is that they have interchangeable hands. So like, you know, you got the tattoos on his hands, so you could know if it's Batista's hands. Like if I ever get my hands mixed up, I'll know which ones are his based on the tattoos. But along with his closed fist, he's got these ones that are more open, and I don't really have any accessories I could put with it. But with these hands, what you do is you would take them off and you would put his other hands on, and with that you could do something like this. I don't know if it's gonna work, but hold on, I'm trying to get it right. Make sure I don't. Yeah, you can do something like this, and you know, you can make them. The glasses aren't gonna really stay, but you know, make him take off his hat. You know, you could make him, if you have steel chairs or tables or ladders, you can put those in his hands, or other action figure accessories. You could get a G.I. Joe gun, put it in his hands. You can, you know, if you want to be a little silly, you could take an ink pen and like you can make it look like he's signing a contract for a match with a giant pen, you know. But yeah, I think it's pretty neat, you know, pretty great figure. So I'm gonna be adding that to my collection, within my collection room, eventually putting it on a shelf when I could get a shelf. But right now they all kind of either they stay in a box, like a big plastic container, or they go on my computer desk. And yeah, I think that eventually I'll get that together. I wish I had more space in my home to make like a bigger display, and just like one day that's the dream. But I want to make a big display, like, you know, where I could just roll around in a chair, you know, like how they have those what do they call them, the giant tables that some people have, and they got the train track, and they got like a whole little village that the train goes through, and they got like the bridges and the up and down mountains and everything. I want to do something like that, but instead I want to make it look like it's a whole wrestling arena, because I got a couple of authentic scale rings. In fact, actually, hold on. Yeah, but I got a few authentic scale rings. I only got one of them opened at the moment. I do, however, have some that I keep closed, such as this one right here. This is an AEW Double or Nothing ring. You know, I got the back of it right there. And I want to say that 22 by 22 inches or something like that. You know, it comes with the steps, it comes with the referee, I forget her name, it's on the box, look, the Aubrey Edwards referee. If you watch AEW, you'll know that she's really popular in AEW because whenever she's in the match, she'll make like really just outrageously funny faces, like acting all shocked by what's happening and everything. And I think that's great. You know, you don't often see an action figure like her. The like referees don't really get a lot of action figures, so I think that's pretty awesome. God dang it, my battery's dying on my phone while I'm making this, but yeah, so I got one of those. But anyways, if you like wrestling, comment below and let me know who your favorite wrestler is. You know, what's your favorite show to watch, what's your favorite match in wrestling history. Mine's personally, and I would say is, it's a hard one to pick, to be honest. Honestly, I would say it was Ric Flair's retirement match. No, not the last match he had in WWE or the last match he had in TNA, but the one where he was against Shawn Michaels, because they had that whole storyline where next time he lost a match, he had to retire, and he was out there whooping people's asses and like doing all kinds of like no disqualifications and falls count anywhere matches. And then it came to that one pay-per-view, and Shawn Michaels gave him the Sweet Chin music and then pinned him, and it was over. That was an emotional match to watch, but you know, it wasn't his official retirement match, which I think he's trying to make a comeback if I'm not mistaken. But that would be my favorite match. My favorite wrestler, probably, I love Mankind and Mick Foley. He's one of my favorites. Dude Love is also a favorite, which Dude Love, Mankind, you know, his whole, every persona he's got are up there. Stone Cold Steve Austin was one of my favorite wrestlers. I liked The Undertaker. Shawn Michaels was great. Triple H was great. John Cena, like when he first started, phenomenal. You know, he's not the phenomenal one, that's AJ Styles, but you know what I mean. I find John Cena to be a little bit more overrated now compared to back then, but he is still a great athlete and great performer wrestling wise. But Bray Wyatt was definitely up there. You know, he worked his way up real quick. Rest in peace, Bray Wyatt. Bobby Lashley's pretty good too, you know. Not so much a fan now compared to before, because before they just kind of made him out like this badass character, and now he's still great, but he's got less of that aggressive approach that he had back then. Because back then, you know, he was like, you know, and I think it was Umaga that really made him like appealing to me, because they had that whole, and I can't stand Donald Trump, but they had that whole thing where way back then in like the early 2000s, Donald Trump and McMahon were having that whole billionaire feud where the loser had to shave their head, and I think that's what made me like Bobby Lashley and just absolutely love him. And he's still great, you know, and I think him teaming up with the Street Profits is gonna probably bring that love back. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna keep watching. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all have a wonderful day.